Hello, in this video I'm going to talk about how I handled the treasure spawns for Metallic Detective Treasure Hunter. This is a top-down game where the goal is for the player to find all the treasures in the level within 60 seconds, and they're rewarded extra points for finding it quicker than that. And so I'm going to do a quick gameplay demo, and then I'll show you how I created the treasure spawns. And so it's a click to move. When you're nearby a treasure, it'll light up with an exclamation point. It'll let you know that there is a treasure there, and you can dig that pile. So and there you have it. And so that's what Metallic Detective Treasure Hunter looks like. And so to dive into how to handle the treasure spawns, here's what I did initially, and then I'll display what's happening in the game. So the spawn handle was done with a bounding box. And so that spawn area was sized to the playable area on the level, and then it selected a random point in that bounding box and spawned the treasure there. So the issue that I ran across is handling collision. Treasures would often spawn overlapping, and with an overlap on the treasure, the dig radius would interfere with each other, and so the last radius that the player overlapped would be the one that was active. This caused some misclicks in testing, and it caused us to lose score when that wasn't the case. That we didn't want to dig that item, we wanted to dig the exclamation point. And so, in order to handle that better, I settled on a different method for spawning, in which I used static placed objects throughout the level. And so if you look at my level, I've placed 44 different target points. And of these 44 target points, we're only going to spawn 16 objects. And so with those 16 treasure points being spawned, that gives us a lot of variation. And so how I handled that is in the game mode. And so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get all of the treasure spawn points into an array. And then, as long as we have a while loop, or as long as the number of small treasures is greater than 0, we're going to continue spawning treasures. And so we're going to spawn an actor there. We're going to remove that treasure point from the array so that it's not possible to spawn 2 treasures at the same point. We're going to add to our total current treasures for the level, and then remove a small treasure. And so the small treasures are controlled here. We're spawning 5 small treasures. Medium treasures we're spawning 4, and the large treasures we're spawning 2. And so that process continues until through mid treasures, large treasures, and then we spawn the blank sand piles, the duds. And so that spawns 5 duds as well. And so that's where we get our 16 total. These do not add to the count of treasures. We don't have to dig those up in order to end the level early. Then the last thing that we do is we set the gameplay timer here in the game mode. That controls how long the game runs for. That's for the battery. Then we're going to update our treasure count. That's important to have, and add score. So those are all contained within the game mode. So that's how I handled the treasure spawns. So if we look at the level, there's these dots all throughout the level. And these dots handle where treasures could possibly spawn. But like I said, we're only using 16 of the 44 that are placed on the level. And so there's a great deal of variation that comes with that in terms of where these could spawn at. And so the players will have to navigate throughout the course of the whole level in order to find each of the treasures. In most instances. And sometimes we might get lucky and it'll be isolated to one side or the other, but that's not as likely to happen as it would if we were to use the bounding box, where any point is available within that side. So that's how we spawn treasures in Metallic Detective Treasure Hunter. I hope you enjoyed the video, and thank you.